Hello and welcome to all my beautiful vibrant souls who are Aquarius suns or have major Aquarius placements. Welcome to your month ahead September 2023 prediction reading. I know I forgot a word in there somewhere. Caveat before we get started that we do currently have Mercury retrograde in the sign of Virgo, and it will be retrograde there until the 14th, followed by a brief shadow period. So because it's taking up over half the month, I will be pulling an oracle card to go over your major energetic theme for the month ahead, and then pulling tarot cards for how this is going to apply in your life in general, how this might apply in your love life, and then with retrograde specific themes. So with that, let's get started. The energy immediately here already feels better. I was grouping the signs together elementally for this month. And so I just did Libra and Geminis, and that was very heavy energy, but this one feels immediately much better. Thank you. This feels much better. Cut the deck and we have personal growth here, and we have relationship change at the bottom. So I feel like this is something where maybe you guys are healing from a breakup, or there's a big relationship change, this feels like in the past, and you're starting to feel a lot better, a lot lighter. There's a sense of integrating a lot of soul growth. Yep, healing. No fucking shit. What was this one though? Timeout. Yeah, I think you guys have been kind of like doing your own thing and in a timeout healing mode for a while. Not that one. Oh, okay. Wow, this is so beautiful. Okay, compassion is at the bottom. I want to make note that we have a power number here, 99. And then we got a master number and another power number, 11, and then 66. We have 2 coming out, so we have healing and individuality. This is beautiful. So I feel like right off the bat, you guys have been doing, like I said, a lot of healing. This comes to, we have a lot of red, blue, and then purple. And in this card, as you can tell, there are cards where the Merkaba is the same color as the background, and there's ones where it's different, for example. When they're the same, I take this to mean that your internal frequency is in resonant harmony with your external reality, meaning we do the inner work first, and then over time, our external reality starts to reflect back the shifts that we've created within ourselves. You have 3 different cards that have popped up, and I love that you have red and blue, which together make purple, where you've been doing a lot of root chakra healing, a lot of throat chakra healing, and then a lot of third eye crown chakra. And I feel like what this has been all about for you is you've been healing when it comes to you feeling safe and secure, feeling supported by the universe with individuality. So feeling safe and secure and being yourself and supported by the universe in that process. You've also been healing your relationship to your truth, for some of you to your creativity, but to being able to express yourself. There's been a large throat chakra healing. I feel like a clearance, like, oh, I got something out, like a frog in my throat. You guys had a really significant blockage that I feel like you guys, congratulations, you have achieved healing in. And a lot of this has been really predicated on, and they're showing me a hinge. So a hinge piece in this, right? The linchpin here is based around compassion. You may have also been doing some third eye and crown. I'm getting heavy crown chakra healing. Where you have learned how to show compassion for yourself, which is the key, as well as have greater compassion for others, right? We can only meet people as deeply as we've met ourselves. And so often when we show judgment toward other people, it's only a reflection and usually a fraction of the way that we talk to ourselves. And so a lot of you guys have been as you've been healing your authentic expression, your truth, I feel like a lot of you guys have been coming into this recognition of not only with your throat chakra clearing, recognizing your own truth, the truth of your own divinity, your own individuality, but it's allowed you to not only speak a lot more freely, express a lot more freely, but it's changed your perception of other people as a result. This is beautiful. I already love this. So it's changed your perception of other people as a result. So this is going to be a month where I feel a lot of you, again, because we had the Merkaba being the same color on all 3 cards, a lot of you are going to be really kind of taking a moment and stopping and looking around at your life and saying like, wow, like kind of just like really admiring how much work you've done. I'm being called to cut the deck. Yeah. Self-love, red and blue. I shit you not. That's awesome. And I love how, look at, we have 61 and we had 66 and 11. Wow, that's really beautiful. I've been doing this for a while and it never gets old. 33, communication. Okay, so some of you, you might be having significant communication that kind of really like sparks this. And at the top of the deck was effort. This would be from somebody who perhaps did not put in the effort prior. Yeah, because I cut the deck again, we have manifestation. And somebody, you might be hearing from somebody that feels like a separate message. But I love that, cut the deck and self-love. Yeah, it's because you guys have really been healing you've been healing in your relationship to yourself and healing your self-love. And for a lot of you, like I said, this had everything to do with feeling safe enough to be here, safe enough to be yourself, feeling supported, feeling like the universe was on your side, that the universe had your back, that you're not being picked on by life, that life isn't always trying to hurt you. A lot of you may have really just like felt, I'm getting the word alienated, so you may have felt very alienated for a long time. And this may have been something where it really impacted your sense of your, like, being able to relate to yourself authentically and like yourself authentically. So let's say if you struggled socially when you were younger, you may have kind of internalized that and like been like, what's wrong with me? And there's a sense here of not fully embracing, exploring, and expressing yourself. And I think this is what you've been working on. So this is going to be a month where I feel like everything's kind of culminating, coming full circle in a very beautiful way to show you how far you have come. And with that communication that popped out as well, you might be receiving significant communication. So I want to see how this is going to play out in your life in general. It's this one. All right. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles reversed. You've been doing a lot of self-worth work. I'm proud of you. The Devil reversed. Wow, yeah, you were letting go of a major cycle, and one that's kept you very stuck. Four of Wands reversed. Okay. And the Five of Cups. I feel like what this revolved around is, I feel like a lot of you, maybe you had a lot of trouble in your home growing up, or there was like a loss of a sense of family. Some of you, because this is, happiness, celebration, stability, soul family. You just feel loved and accepted. You feel like you're among kindred spirits. A lot of you, this feels like a loneliness wound. This feels like something where you didn't have that, or you had it and it was lost. And a lot of you, because look, I was focusing on the Three Cups. Again, Three of Cups can represent friendship, kindred spirits. A lot of you have just felt alone for so long. And I feel like a lot of you internalize that to be something about like, oh, I must be broken. I must have done something wrong. And really holding back your authentic self as a result. And that's kept you from, with the Two Cups remaining standing, that's kept you from really getting to experience and enjoy, beautiful opportunities from spirit that would make you very, very happy, right? And this has been a very long-standing, sorry, I have an itch on my foot. This has been a very long-standing cycle, a very long pattern that you have been struggling against. So in your life in general, again, you're having this sense this month of being able to look at how far you have come and how different your life is now as a result of the work you've been doing. King of Pentacles, you're feeling very stable and very, very secure. For some of you, this could be literally like where, if you've always struggled to have like a stable home, you are cultivating that. For many of you, I feel this is more symbolic of having stability within yourself. And thus, you might find with the King of Pentacles, with that communication, other people are seeing you in this light as a very stable, grounded person and are reaching out to you for advice, reaching out to you for your wisdom, wanting to connect. And this is like, wow, okay. Thank you. And it's a totally different shift. And you're seeing that things have kind of come full circle, and you're kind of like, your experiences are putting you in a position to be able to connect with others more, connect with others better. Two of Swords. And the King of Swords. Yeah, because I think whatever it is that you experienced when you were younger, it was challenging. And it was a lot of grief that you've been carrying with you. You've been doing a lot of releasing, a lot of grief work here. And there's a sense now where, in your life in general, first of all, this can kind of indicate that in an area where you were stuck, you're getting clarity about what to do. But more than anything, I feel like this is talking about people are going to be seeing you, as this King of Swords, this King of Pentacles, somebody who has the answers, somebody who knows what to do. The Fool is catching my attention. This is a new chapter. But somebody who has the answers, somebody who knows what to do. So people who are now stuck, again, if you went through a lot of challenges early on in life, it's this was a lot of learning and a lot of wisdom that you had to go through. And I feel there had to be a healing and purge period of this grief energy before you could move forward. And so there's a sense now where people are looking to you and asking you for your wisdom, your advice in areas where they feel stuck, right? And this might be something that you have a lot of knowledge about, you have a lot of experience with, and it's not only a way to be valued and appreciated for your individual journey and your skills that you've gained and that, just again, who you are as a person, but it's a way to connect with people. And I think it's going to be a really unique turn of events. And again, with that compassion, I think you've really learned to meet yourself with compassion, and that helps you be able to meet other people who are going through these same things with compassion, because you've done a lot of release work when it comes to the grief that you were carrying. So I want to see what's going on for your love life. Do I want to take these? I don't want to take them. I want to acknowledge them. Queen of Wands reversed, the Chariot, Tower reversed, and the Four of Cups. There could be a situation from your past that, in your love life where somebody rejected you, I feel like, or somebody rejected the connection, and this was kind of a difficult situation. But it shook your confidence with the Queen of Wands reversed, but it also encouraged you to make some significant changes. And these changes, I feel like with the Chariot, are actually for your highest good, for your greatest success. And that might be something that you're seeing how that comes full circle this month. Again, I don't feel called to take those for this section. So this might be kind of a secondary theme, is that, whatever comes out with your love life, there might be a love situation from your past where you're really like feeling good about it. You're like, wow, I really made the most of this. I really I really grew from this, and it's allowing you to let it go. But let's see what's going on in your love life this month. Don't pull another one. No. Two of Wands. Okay, some of you are assessing, you're making decisions. Some of you are going on a different path. That's something that the Two of Wands can talk about for me, because you see how we have one wand that's bolted to the wall. That's for me always like the more secure, established, explored, or known path. But this is the one in his hand, right? Kind of indicating this is what he feels intuitively like drawn to. So some of you might be going on a different path when it comes to love. You might, be trying a different approach if you're in the dating market. Some of you may have been single for a while and now you're opening up to dating. Vice versa. Some of you may have been trying in the dating scene or trying to make a relationship work. And you're kind of like, you know what? I'd rather do my own thing. Let's see what comes out. The King of Pentacles. I love this. You guys are getting a great reading. The World reverse. Okay. The Knight of Swords, interesting. I think there's something where you guys are taking a new approach. There's something where you were going to throw in the towel. What is this World card? You were going to have it be done. And there's something where you're giving something a new try. It's not just another shot, but like a new way of doing things. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Some of you were like, I'm happy being single. Fuck dating. And yeah, Page of Cups, because you've done so much healing, it allows you to come to relationship spaces very differently. Some of you are kind of like, you know what, maybe I could try. I'll give love a try again. Why not? For some of you, we have earth sign energy and then air sign here. So this could be a relationship between an earth sign and an air sign. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but also Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And there's something where it's not over. This could be where this person is reaching out for some, but let's see what we get here. Three of Swords, the High Priestess. That's interesting. For some of you, you've been at odds with somebody that you wanted to be with, or you've been wanting to reconnect with, reconcile with. And there's a sense here where, it's not over, right? That's kind of the vibe here. Both of you had things to work on. And I feel that you will be connecting and talking, or you'll at least be contemplating either reaching out or responding if they've reached out. And with the High Priestess, we have Pisces showing up. The High Priestess and the Three of Swords, almost something I'm getting from this is I feel like intuitively you're going to be able to connect with this person's blockage. So like, let's say, for example, they were really inconsistent with communication. It's like, I feel like because you've been doing your own healing and you've been meeting yourself with compassion, you're able to kind of hold space for their triggers as well, for their blockages, and it doesn't feel so personal. It doesn't hurt so much. And this, I'm not saying to allow toxic behavior, but this also, I feel like, facilitates an easier, more open conversation. So you guys can actually figure out, do we want to give this another try? Can we make this work? Is this compatible? This is where you guys are having very blunt, honest conversation. I feel like if this person was holding back with communication, they are going to be a lot more receptive. They are going to want to reach out more. I want to know more about what's going on in your love life, though. Some of you've had a lot of heartbreak in your past, and that's kept you from wanting to pursue love further. And you're with the High Priestess and the Three of Swords. You're coming into this place of understanding and awareness as to why that had to happen. And I feel like that's opening you up to love more. Two of Pentacles reversed. You're not kind of going back and forth between like a higher understanding and you're like the pain. It's like, oh, I understand why this had to happen. And then like, fuck this, why did this have to happen? You're not going back and forth anymore. It feels like there's acceptance here. Page of Cups. Yeah, you're opening your heart again. I feel like somebody might be wanting to apologize. Somebody wants to try to talk to you. Seven of Cups. 10 of Swords, yeah. And the Empress. Okay, I feel like whatever this is with this person, a lot of you, this is a past person. And this is somebody who hurt you. This is somebody who's also been through a lot. And I feel like it created a lot of emotional confusion in this relationship. They may have been very confused within themselves. They would like to, at the very least, apologize. And I feel like this is something where you're going to have an easier time hearing them out. And all of this is because you're looking at it through fresh eyes. And these fresh eyes are, High Priestess and the Empress. You have greater wisdom. You can see the big picture. But you also have healed and have a greater sense of grounding within yourself and self-worth, right? You don't need this person's validation as much, or you don't need the validation of their, responses or their, whatever it is you needed from them before. It's not, you're not personalizing it and making it a statement about how who you are as a person. And that changes the dynamic entirely. For those of you who don't have somebody in the picture, there's nobody like coming back. This could very well be where, for some of you, if you're in partnership, you've had an issue in a relationship that you guys have not been able to get on the same page about, and you're figuring it out this month. And again, this comes from being able to connect very deeply with one another. This also might come from a conversation about past pain that you've experienced or they've experienced, and it clears up a lot of the confusion that's been going on emotionally. There's like this very sweet emotional openness here. And I do see that. Some of you, like I said, you're getting back into the dating market because you've been doing a lot of healing, and you're really just like opening yourself back up, right? This is very like pure-hearted kind of energy because you're in this space where you love yourself, you can validate yourself, you know your worth, you trust yourself, you trust your boundaries, and that changes the experience entirely. It also changes other people's experience of you. So let's see about how this applies to retrograde specific themes. 9 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, there's that, you might be getting into a partnership or getting back into one. Ace of Wands reversed. Okay. The Moon. I want to pull you one more. The 3 of Cups reversed. Okay. Knight of Pentacles reversed at the bottom. So, retrograde is always a time for things to come back around. Virgo is a sign that rules the 6th house. So this is an energy of holistic health, right? Things are healthy and balanced in all areas of life, mind, body, spirit, connection. And so this feels like during this retrograde, what's coming back around for closure or for a greater understanding is it's an internal thing, right? There's a recognition. There is this, like you're in your emotions. There's a recognition of why something didn't work out, why things have not worked out, why certain things have fallen apart. Things that have made you feel bad about yourself, things that have made you doubt yourself, right? This could also be very much about losing friends, like we were talking about in the beginning, struggling with friendships, losing friends. There's something where I feel like you're getting in touch with your emotions this month about what that journey has meant for you, what that's yielded. And there's a greater level of self-understanding, empathizing, and attunement that's going on as a result of these themes. Yeah, the 9 of Swords coming out. And Temperance. Yeah, a lot of you have struggled and felt a lot of anxiety socially because of the Knight of Pentacles reversed. You've tried and something hasn't panned out. You've tried and it hasn't worked out. You've had many attempts. and it just hasn't been the right timing, the right circumstances. There's something about your journey I'm hearing, like you were always meant to blossom exactly when you're meant to, right? You're blossoming on time. So people who, look at a closed flower and assume it's not beautiful don't know what they're talking about. It's a matter of timing, right? These are the same people who, when the flower has bloomed, will pass by and, awe at it, right? We'll gawk at it in awe. And there's kind of a sense here where I feel like this is a month where you are coming to terms with yourself, with your journey. You're attuned to your emotions. And I feel like you've had a lot of anxiety about, with the nakedness, being very vulnerable and connecting with others for fear of rejection, like you've experienced in your past. And there's a sense here where that's getting healed this month, right? Mind, body, spirit connection. All areas of life are getting healed, because what's at the core of this is you and your experience, and you are accepting yourself. You are loving yourself. And so it kind of makes it softens your experiences, because your experiences aren't necessarily speaking to your perception of yourself, right? It's not like you think back about your past experiences and be like, well, I must be worthless because this, and this. It's where you're looking back and saying, well, I know I'm a worthwhile person. I know I'm worthy. So I wonder what else this experience had to teach me. I wonder what was going on with that person. There's a sense here where it doesn't feel so personal anymore. And I feel like this is really just like very freeing for you this month. There's a sense here of like, sorry, low power mode. There's a sense here of really being able to let go of some very heavy emotional burdens, because you've been doing quite a lot of work. So I think that's just about everything that I have for you guys today. I hope this has been helpful. This was a beautiful reading. I'm wishing you guys a safe, happy, healthy month ahead. Feel free to let me know in the comments how this resonates. Come back, in a few weeks, a month or something. Let me know how things pan out. But yeah, I hope I get the chance to read for you again in the future. Take care. Bye.